Ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they probably gonna be making more than us.
Angel Reese is already talking about possibly sitting out of the WNBA if she doesn't get a higher salary. Seriously? She was just drafted.
Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Angel Reese just got drafted, and she's already saying she might sit out unless she gets paid more in the WNBA. Really? You're still learning how to finish a layup without smacking the bottom of the rim, and now you're talking about a strike? That's like showing up to your first job late and demanding the CEO's paycheck before even clocking in. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks. Social media blew up. Analysts fired back. And fans? They roasted her. Why? Because the WNBA isn't built around Angel. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here carrying the league. She's packing arenas, driving TV ratings, selling merch, and dropping logo threes like it's casual. And Angel? She's stacking bricks and griping that her $74,000 salary won't cover rent in Chicago. Newsflash, no one's buying tickets to watch missed layups. So if you're wondering why people are calling her delusional, or why guys like Patrick Bet-David are dismantling her argument with straight facts, stick around. We're breaking it all down. From the salary drama and the WNBA's money struggles to how Caitlin Clark might just be the only reason this league is still breathing. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to stay in the loop on everything WNBA. Big plays, bold takes, and full breakdowns, just like this one. Don't miss out. Oh, and that line? I don't think they even pay one of my bills. We heard it loud and clear.
Just hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally.
Let's pause for a second. Are we being punked? Is this satire? Because there's no way Angel Reese thinks she's being underpaid on a rookie deal. $74,000 a year to play pro basketball, and she's out here acting like she's scrubbing dishes to make ends meet. Come on, girl. That's more than what most teachers, nurses, firefighters, and even some local reporters earn. That's $6,000 a month to travel, hoop, and rep a franchise. Yet you're acting like you're juggling 3 side hustles and surviving off instant noodles. Let's be real, this isn't LSU anymore. No more Reebok sneakers on demand, no more fast food sponsorships outpacing WNBA paychecks. That was nil money. That was college. You graduated. Welcome to the pros. And in the pros, you earn your spot before demanding a raise. But Angel didn't walk into the WNBA like a rookie. She came in like she was filming the next season of Real Housewives, Chicago edition, loud, dramatic, and already talking about sitting out before the opening tip-off. Complaining before contributing. Demanding before delivering. Wanting a pay raise before scoring her first bucket. And it's not just about the money, it's the energy. The delusion. The way she said it, like she's already the face of the league. Girl, you haven't even put your jersey on right yet. This isn't a bad agent messing up a LeBron contract. This is someone who hasn't proven anything yet making bold demands. So before you talk about walking out, maybe walk onto the court and actually sink a layup. Now, let's talk about the internet's response, because if you thought fans were just going to smile and move on, you clearly haven't opened Twitter, X, in 2024. Social media didn't just react, it erupted. Within minutes, Angel Reese was trending, not for her rebounding or defense, but for all the wrong reasons. Users turned into detectives, pulling missed layup clips, stitching them with circus music, and turning her IG live into a meme museum. It was brutal. She wasn't just getting roasted, she became the main course. One commenter said, if Angel Reese sits out, the WNBA might finally make a profit. Another? $74K and she still can't afford to make a layup. Someone even joked, maybe the rim's charging her rent because she avoids it so much. But it wasn't just jokes. The criticism was deep. Because if you're going to publicly demand more money, threaten to sit out, and claim the league doesn't even pay your bills, you better be balling. You better be dropping 20 plus a night, not building a highlight reel that looks like a blooper reel. Right now, her stats don't speak louder than her sound bites. And if that's the case, maybe log off and get back in the gym. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, the business world chimed in. That's when things shifted from embarrassing to educational. Enter Patrick Bet-David, entrepreneur, podcast host, walking calculator with zero tolerance for nonsense. He didn't just roll his eyes. He pulled out spreadsheets and torched the entire narrative with cold, hard numbers. He broke down exactly why Angel's demands don't line up with reality, and that truth bomb hit hard.
You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
Patrick Bet David didn't sugarcoat a thing. No fluff, no filter. He laid it out plain. You don't ask for a raise from a business that's losing money. MIC drop. And he's not just being harsh, he's being real. The WNBA isn't thriving. It's not breaking even. It's not even close to turning a profit. It's bleeding money, losing tens of millions every single year. That's the financial reality. So yeah, demanding more pay when the league is deep in the red? It's not just bad timing, it's completely out of touch.
They want to get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live.
Now here's where things get really embarrassing. The NBA, the league with billion-dollar profits, global stars, and massive viewership, has been footing the WNBA's bill since day one. The W doesn't operate independently. It runs on NBA support. Think of it like this. The NBA is the wealthy older brother with a penthouse and a six-figure salary, while the WNBA is crashing on his couch, raiding the pantry, and then complaining that the cushions aren't soft enough. And Angel Reese? She's in the kitchen demanding lobster and caviar. Meanwhile, the fridge is empty, and the rent hasn't been paid in 3 months.
Basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023.
Patrick came with the receipts. The NFL, MLB, and NBA didn't become billion-dollar leagues because rookies hopped on social media demanding bigger paychecks. Success came from performance, patience, and proving your worth, not from public tantrums before the first game.
WNBA and what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it.
They earned it. Decades of building loyal fan bases, generating revenue, landing massive TV deals, selling merch, and delivering unforgettable moments. They made people care, and that's when the money came. Angel Reese skipped all of that. She walked in, tossed her duffel bag in the corner, and demanded a raise like she just dropped 40 in the finals. Then came the nuclear truth bomb from Patrick. If WNBA players like Angel actually went on strike, really sat out, the league wouldn't lose money, it would save it. Yep, you heard that right. A player walkout could actually cut costs.
The catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion.
Imagine this. Your threat to sit out actually helps the league financially. That's not a power move. That's doing them a favor. It's like quitting your job and your boss responds by throwing a pizza party. You seriously can't make this stuff up. But just when you think it can't get crazier, it does. Because while all this drama is swirling, while Angel Reese is out here venting about her paycheck like someone cancelled her Wi-Fi, Caitlin Clark is flipping the entire league on its head without saying a single word. No rants. No complaints. No Instagram lives demanding a crown. Just buckets. Smooth, lethal, back-to-back-to-back buckets. She's hitting logo threes like they're layups. She's filling arenas like it's Coachella. People are skipping dinner just to watch her play. She's turning women's basketball into a must-see event. And here's the kicker. She's not even officially in the league yet.
I'm not huge on comparing the WNBA to the NBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible, I think.
Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark hasn't even signed her rookie contract. She hasn't played a single minute in the WNBA. And yet, she's already outshining half the league. The WNBA should be sending her thank you notes daily. Scratch that, they should be building statues of her outside every arena. Because every time a ticket gets scanned, a jersey gets sold, or a TV deal gets restructured, guess whose name is driving it? Yeah, Caitlin. She's not out here complaining about how hard it is. She's not crying broke. She's not begging for the spotlight. She's earning it. She's making people care. She's shifting the narrative. And she's doing it all without saying a word. Meanwhile, Angel Reese? She's trending too, but not for her game. Not for dominating the paint. Not for clutch plays. She's trending for all the wrong reasons.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, you got nothing.
Look, we'll give credit where it's due. Angel Reese has potential. But let's be real, her layups? More like throw-ups. 9 times out of 10, she's flinging the ball at the rim like it personally insulted her mama. And free throws? Let's just say the rim might as well be in witness protection with how often she misses. Sure, she's got potential. She's raw, still developing. Being a work in progress isn't a bad thing, unless you're already demanding superstar money before clocking in your first shift. If you want superstar pay, then play like a superstar. Drop 25 points a night, take over games, carry your team when it counts. Be the player fans are lining up to see, not the one they are roasting for missed layups. Until then, pump the brakes on the demands. Prove it first. The paycheck follows the performance. And speaking of performance, let's talk about what real ballers, coaches, and former pros are saying about Angel's rookie revolution. The response has been clear and ruthless. Respect in the WNBA isn't about loud complaints or live-stream tantrums. It's about legends like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, women who paved the way through grit, hustle, sacrifice, and leadership. They weren't begging for money. They were grinding, building the league brick by brick, getting paid scraps compared to today's rookies. Retired players have spoken openly. They rode buses to games, played in half-empty gyms, juggled side jobs, yet still gave their all every night. They earned respect the hard way. Meanwhile, Angel Reese seems to want to microwave her legacy in 2 minutes, and it's coming out cold and half-cooked. She wants to skip the grind, skip the growing pains, and jump straight to endorsements and superstar paychecks without delivering superstar results. News flash, this isn't TikTok. You don't get clout for complaining. While Angel is trying to fast-track superstardom, the basketball world is watching and laughing. Coaches, vets, and analysts agree. She hasn't earned it yet. Not even close. But if you want someone who has earned it, look no further than Caitlin Clark. Her numbers aren't just impressive, they are game-changing. Attendance is up, viewership is up, jersey sales are up, ratings are climbing, and it all comes down to one name, Caitlin. Clark has turned women's basketball into a spectacle. She's the main event. Her games feel like playoff battles. She's what the WNBA's been praying for, a marketable, likable, dominant superstar. Meanwhile, Angel's impact? Mostly headlines, controversy, and noise. If you're the drama but not the revenue, you're not the future, you're a footnote. Here's the plain truth. The WNBA isn't sitting on a mountain of gold. The league is still growing, still fighting for viewers, still proving it belongs on the big stage. It can't afford to carry rookies with entitlement as big as a max contract. Angel Reese could absolutely be a star. No doubt. She has the platform, the personality, brand deals, and fans who ride hard for her. But the recipe? It's not finished. Right now, she's all sauce and no steak. Louder than she is effective. And that's a problem when your job is to perform, not just post. You can't talk about being the face of the league if you can't even face up to the basics. Want more money? Cool. But start with more buckets, more wins, and real impact on the court. Until then, you just look like someone who looks the part, but hasn't shown up when it counts. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is putting on a masterclass in how to earn every penny, no complaints, no entitlement, just cold-blooded basketball. While Angel's trying to go viral, Caitlin's going legendary. Want superstar pay? Be a star. Not a distraction. Not a diva. Just better. Here's the final message for Angel and every young player watching. Angel Reese came in loud, but right now, it's Caitlin Clark letting her game do all the talking. One's out here complaining about paychecks, the other's creating paydays for the whole league. That's the difference. We're not saying Angel can't be great. She has potential, no doubt. But potential doesn't pay bills. Performance does. And if you're going to talk big, you better ball bigger. This isn't college anymore, it's the pros. And in the pros, respect is earned, not handed out. So here's the deal. Show up, put in the work, then ask for the bag. Until then, maybe hit the gym before you hit go live. If you enjoyed this breakdown, and I know you did, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Do you think Angel Reese will bounce back and prove everyone wrong? Or is Caitlin Clark just on another level right now? We want to hear from you. Don't forget, we've got more fire WNBA content dropping every week, game breakdowns, hot takes, and everything in between. Remember, in this league, you don't get paid for the noise, you get paid for the buckets. Catch you next time.